Hey there everybody, it's great to be with you again. Cincinnati, LA, upstate New York, Arizona. Okay, well, it's great to be with you everybody. This is going to be a fun stream. I have some giveaways to announce, so it's going to be a special announcement for those lucky winners. Nice to see so many comments from people who have been enjoying the course. My course, Complete Fingerstyle Guitar Beginner, is of course out now. It's been out for a week, and we've had over 1,300 people sign up for it. So that's been an amazing response and some great reviews. Anyone that is in the course and enjoying it, if you feel like leaving a review, that really helps me out a lot. And during this stream, if you have any questions about the course or about guitar playing in general, feel free to ask away. I'm going to keep an eye on the comments here, and I'm going to play a number of different songs, including some of the songs that we teach in the course. That song was called Fireflies, and it's in the key of B major. And I just wanted to point out that B major is such a beautiful key for the guitar, and we don't often play in B major, but we have these open strings that can ring out, and we can play all kinds of different beautiful chord inversions. Through about a quarter of the beginner course so far. Fantastic. I'm enjoying the course and I'm learning a lot as well. You're an amazing teacher. You are a great player, but an amazing teacher too. I really appreciate that, Paolo. I love sharing my passion for music as much as anything, because it's just so much fun to sit around and figure out songs. It's so much fun to perform music and share music and play music with others. So I'm going to play a song that I teach in the course now. This is one of my favorites to play. It's a song written by the great Ralph McTell. I'm just going to double check my tuning here. Tuning is very important. And this is called Streets of London. And in the course I teach you how to play, a really step-by-step, easy version of this song. Have you seen the old man in the clothes down the market, kicking up the paper with his worn-out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, and they're loosely by his side. Yesterday's paper telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me that you're lonely, and say for you the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old girl who walks the streets of London? Dirt in her hair and her clothes and her rags. She's no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her home in two carrier bags. So how can you tell me that you're lonely? Say for you the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. In the all-night cafe at 11:15, the same old man is sitting there on his own, and looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each tea lasts an hour as he wanders home alone. So how can you tell me that you're lonely, and say for you the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Okay, there we go, Streets of London. So anybody who wants to learn that can do so in my new course, and the link is down there in the description. I'm really, really proud of it, and I'm really, really stoked that so many people have signed on already and are enjoying learning fingerstyle guitar, because fingerstyle guitar is such a wonderful style of guitar to play. I love it. You don't need anybody else. You can be a self-contained little orchestra here. So I grew up in Australia, and I've been really influenced by a lot of the great fingerstyle guitar players like Chet Atkins and Merle Travis, Lenny Breau, Tommy Emmanuel, who has been a friend and mentor, which I'm incredibly grateful for. And when I first heard Tommy play this song, I'll just double check tuning once more. When I first heard him play this song, I was really determined to figure out how he played a bass line and a melody and chords at the same time. And he said, okay, here's Blue Moon, and the bass goes like this. Kind of like a double bass, upright bass. And then you add the backbeat. Kind of like a drum. Then some chords. And then a melody. Anyway, that's quite an elaborate arrangement, and it's quite difficult to play all those elements together. This looks extremely hard. Yes, that is extremely hard. But I wanted to show you kind of what inspired me to want to learn fingerstyle. And when I explored more and got really into a lot of Chet Atkins as arrangements, I got a bit of a window into what inspired Tommy and what influenced Tommy. So one of the best songs to learn when first starting to play fingerstyle is Freight Train by Chet Atkins. And Freight Train sounds like this. I shouldn't say by Chet Atkins, it's by Elizabeth Cotton. She's the one that wrote it and played a great version. But Chet came up with a really phenomenal arrangement. So what that is the thumb is doing this, and that is 5, 4, 6, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4. This is all described in the course. We start off on C, we go to G, and the pattern changes to 6, 4, 5, 4. And it takes a lot of work just to get comfortable with that. But once you do, you can add a little string grab here. A minor, E minor, G, whatever chords you want. And then the next step is to add a little bit of a melody, and just learning that one little bit at a time. Chuck Jones Music. G'day, Chuck. Hope you're doing well, mate. Freight Train was one of my first as well, like 50 years ago. Yeah, it's a timeless tune, you know. That's the thing about a great melody and a great chord progression, is it lasts a long time. I think people will still be playing that song 200 years from now. Joe, tips or tricks for mastering alternating bass with your thumb? Well, the best way to start, I believe, is to start with just the thumb. So don't, get worried about the fingers just yet, and just get the thumb to be able to do this. Like on a C chord, for example, with a C. So we're just going 5, 4, 6, 4. Brian says, so many things going on at the same time. Just wondering if an old guy like me can even do that. Yes, you absolutely can. It's a tricky little set of mechanics, but anyone who's been playing guitar, you might be new to fingerstyle guitar, but if you've been playing guitar a little while, every time we learnt a new chord back in the day, it took a good long while before we got to the point where it felt natural. And that's exactly the same with something like this thumb bass pattern. So what I would do is set a metronome. I'll pull out my metronome here. I'll just use the one on my phone just because it's handy right here. And I'll practice it like this. And really try and get that to have the right attitude. Switch chords to G. And the left hand, you'll notice, is kind of just pulsing on the strings a little bit. That's just really a feel thing. But the best way to get the thumb comfortable with doing that is just to spend, I like to break my practice sessions up into 15-minute blocks. And if you spend 15 minutes just working on the thumb bass patterns, and then maybe 15 minutes working on a particular roll or a particular string grab, like we talked about in the course, that's a really good place to start. And, it will take a few weeks for it to start to feel, natural, but that's the way that's the way to do it. And it's really worth it, because once you get to that point where it feels somewhat natural, learning all the great fingerstyle songs becomes so much easier. And it's really great to start with these fundamentals. Peter says, do you always play with the thumb pick? Not always. Sometimes I'll play just with straight fingers. Brian says, can my old brain comprehend it, that is? Well, what I've really tried to do in the course is just really break it down, because I mean anyone can listen to someone like Tommy Emmanuel play, you know, and just be like, oh my goodness, I don't know how on earth he's doing that, because there's so much going on, and it really takes you know, a lot of years and experience to synthesize all that together. However, you know, playing fingerstyle guitar, a lot of the classic arrangements, they're you know, simple, and it's possible for any guitar player to learn how to play fingerstyle guitar and make beautiful music, learn great songs, write your own songs if you'd like, play with other people. I mean, all these things are just, that's what it's all about for me. Are you playing nylon or steel strings? I play steel strings, yeah, pretty much all the time actually. What string gauge? On my acoustic I use 12 to 54, and in just a few minutes I'm going to announce the winners of our giveaway, including an entire box of the strings I use, which are Ernie Ball Earthwood strings. I use 12 to 54, but I put a higher E on. I use a 14, 0.14, so it's quite heavy, but it has a great sound. And I'm going to switch over to a little electric guitar now, just for something a bit different. This is a old Gibson ES-175 that I love to play. Check out Joe on Australia's Got Talent. Totally awesome at 16 years old. Yep, that was when I was in full obsessive guitar mode. Practicing, you know, all day, every day. Just didn't think about anything other than playing the guitar. Here's a great Chet Atkins arrangement. There we go. Another one. It's actually Jerry Reed. Baby's Coming Home. That's right, that's what this song's called. 1953. This guitar is from 1954. I might have said 1953. Apparently the serial number says it's from 1953, but the person I bought it from literally is the walking encyclopedia of Gibson, and they had it labeled as 1954, so it's 1953 or 4. Used to love comparing the Les Paul and Chet Atkins version of this song. Yeah, Les and Chet, both such legends. I got to play with Les Paul when I was 17 years old, which was an amazing experience. I'm really grateful for that. It was, I came over to the US to play at the Chet Atkins convention, and Chet had passed away at that time. So he wasn't around, but he used to play at that convention every year, and I went to the convention, and we got invited to go to the Iridium Club in New York City and sit in with Les Paul. I say we. It was myself and another young guitarist named Brian Brown from Australia. We used to play a lot of the Les Paul and Chet Atkins tunes together. Can you advise on a good, responsive, easy-to-play beginner's guitar? That's a really good question. You know, I'm kind of the school that the instrument itself is important. You do need a good instrument. But a more important thing is that it's set up so it's easy to play. Because if, like Jerry Reed, perfect example, he wrote a lot of his great songs on like the cheapest guitar you can imagine, like an old nylon string that he used to just sit on the porch and pick away at. But if you can get it so it's set up so it's really comfortable to play, then that's the most important thing. I always recommend going to a store to try a guitar and touch it and feel it before buying it. It's difficult to buy a guitar online, sight unseen, I think. But the guitars I love to play, my acoustic guitars are Matons, and in Australia they're a little easier to track down. They're kind of everywhere in Australia, and it's a great beginner's guitar if you're in Australia. But here in the States, they're a little more difficult to find, so it might not be the easiest guitar to track down. But any instrument that plays well and that sounds good and that you connect with, I think is the right one. So I hope that answer is satisfying. Joe, are you based in the States? Yep, I'm based in Nashville. I've been living in Nashville for about 10 years now. Rhea says, that's when I was born, 1953/4. That was a good year. Paolo says, how do you manage to play in longer hours? Any tips for conditioning your hands, especially your left hand? Me personally, I get calluses on my fingers. Do you also get calluses? That's a really good question. I always stretch before I play. In fact, it's just, I can't imagine playing without stretching first. So I always stretch my forearms and my wrists. I really go through a pretty elaborate stretching routine. Stretch my kind of chest and my back, and I even stretch my legs. Like I'll go through a little 10-minute routine before I play, and I feel like that really helps me stay relaxed when I play, because that's the most important principle of guitar technique, is being relaxed. And with the left hand, I see a lot of people playing with too tight a left hand, and what you want to do is you want to play with just enough tension to make all the notes ring out clearly. And of course this comes into how easy is your guitar to play, because if your action is very high, meaning the strings are very high off the fingerboard, it's going to be a lot more difficult and require a lot more effort. So you want it to be relatively easy to play, although it does take some time to develop the strength and dexterity. But with regard to calluses, that's just something that you kind of work through. And if you're a beginner, a nylon string guitar can be a great option for learning to play, as in the very first year you've been playing, because nylon string guitars are just a little softer on the fingers. Ryan Chen says, the old Petrucci stretching routine. That's exactly where I got it from. John Petrucci. It was a DVD at the time. Rock Discipline really inspired me and helped me to get my discipline and my technique on point when I was a teenager. So anyway, I probably should play a little more music. And after this song, I'm very pleased to announce that I'm going to be revealing the winners of our giveaway. So that's very exciting. So I'm going to play a little Beatles song now. In the course, I teach you how to play Blackbird. But right now I'm going to play a different song. See if you recognize it. There we go, folks. Okay, so let me pull out this list. This is exciting. So, the winner of the 30-minute private video lesson with me, plus a Boss RC1 loop station, which is the loop pedal I use. Now, loop pedal is this pedal. Anyway, you get the point. The winner of the 30-minute private video lesson, plus the Boss loop station. I'm sorry if I pronounced your last name incorrectly. In Clearwater, Florida, Joseph Sikorsky. So Joseph, there you go. There's your name on the screen there. Hopefully you are watching, but we will email you all the information, and we can coordinate the video lesson. We can use Skype or Zoom. I almost said Scoom. That's pretty funny. And you'll be sent the Boss RC1 loop pedal. So I hope you have fun making a lot of music with the loop pedal, and look forward to meeting you on the screen for the private video lesson. Okay, for a whole box of Ernie Ball Earthwood strings, that's like going to be like a year's supply of strings. Entire box of Ernie Ball Earthwood Strings, the winner in San Diego, California, is Scott Peck. So you win the strings, Scott. Great job. Now, these winning entries were randomly generated by the giveaway, software we use. So, pretty cool. The winner of the signed Borders vinyl, which is my newest album, signed LP, goes to Mesa, Arizona, Caesar Gasca. Sorry, Caesar. Anybody whose names I pronounce incorrectly, I'm very sorry. Caesar Gasca. You win the Borders vinyl. Now we have 3 winners of a signed Borders CD, which again is my newest album. I'm not sure where you live, but you're in the United States. Jerry Marbach. So one of the winners is Jerry. And we have the next winner of the Borders CD is Patrick Pellegrino in Aurora, California. Colorado. Aurora, Colorado. I've been to Aurora, Colorado. I gave a guitar workshop at the School of Rock there one time. Beautiful area in kind of Denver, I believe. I hope I'm not mixing that up with somewhere else. But the last winner we have tonight for a signed Borders CD in Seattle, Washington is Kevin Lewis. So congratulations to all the winners. And that was really fun. That's pretty special. I'm really glad I'm able to do that. It's a cool feeling. I should do more giveaways. And of course, the giveaway was to celebrate the release of my new course, Beginner Fingerstyle Guitar, over on Udemy. We've had over 1,300 people sign up already in just a week. So really thrilled to have so many of you in the program. When you are a student, and it's on a huge discount until Tuesday. If you want to get it at the cheapest possible price, it's 92% off, and it's not going to get any cheaper than that. I don't think we have any room to lower it any further. But it's $9.99, so it's $10, and be sure to grab it before the sale ends, because this is the best deal you're going to find on it. And I'm really, really proud of it. And when you're a student in Udemy, you can send me a message if you have any questions about any of the videos and whatnot. I respond to those. And we've had nothing but great feedback. And if you are in the course already and wouldn't mind leaving us a 5-star review, that really helps me to get the program out to more people. So thanks very much, everybody. Okay, I'm going to switch back to the acoustic guitar. And all the links, by the way, for the course down in the description. Scott Peck says, "Wow, I never win anything." I know that feeling. It's like you put your name in the raffle, and you just never know. But we're really thrilled. Congrats to everybody. I'm just opening up my tuner here on my phone. And it's not the fish. Yeah, the link to the 92% off is in the description there. It is a beginner's course, so if you're a total beginner and you've literally never played a guitar chord before, this course, we go from literally the ground up. But if you are somewhat experienced and you're new to fingerstyle, it's really a step-by-step program in learning fingerstyle guitar. So I think anybody who's relatively new to fingerstyle guitar will benefit from the course. So there we go. I'm going to play some more music. Carol says, the course is perfect for a real beginner. I'm really enjoying it. Thank you, Carol. I really appreciate that, and it makes me very happy to know you're enjoying it. Okay, well that was Bye Bye Blackbird. Now I'm going to play Blackbird. And this is a song that I do teach in the course. This is a song that I think everybody who plays acoustic guitar would enjoy learning, because it's just a classic. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night. Sujata says, it's a very beautiful song in every way. I couldn't agree more. What a masterpiece. Love your freight train lesson in the course. Fantastic. Yeah, I had to throw a couple of, well, 3 really great songs in there, because at the end of the day, that's really what we're aiming to do as musicians, is play great songs and great music and share that with people, or, you know, even if we just want to play for ourselves, playing the great songs, I think is really what it's all about. That being said, it's also fun to write your own songs, which is something I love to do. So I'm going to play an original song now. This is called The Prize, and I hope you enjoy it. 2, 3. I had a one-way conversation with me, myself, and I about the way we've been living. Can't imagine why. To get to where we're going, it's a clouded compromise. You're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. Maybe I've been distracted, quite possibly you're right. This big old bright and shining world has kept the world at night. That's all, no, that price tag shouldn't come as no surprise. You're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. Some days I live with no regrets. Some days I just as soon forget. Some days a diamond, some a stone. Some things I just as soon leave alone. So where does all this leave me? I can't really say I know. I got more questions than answers, quite a ways to go. I Can't let that deter me. This I realize, you're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. Some days I live with no regrets. Some days I just as soon forget. Some days a diamond, some a stone. Some things I just as soon leave alone. I had a one-way conversation with me, myself, and I about the way we've been living. Can't imagine why. To get to where we're going, it's a clouded compromise. You're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. My eyes off the prize. My eyes off the prize. Good fun. To anyone that's just tuning in, my name is Joe Robinson. Originally I hail from Australia, but I live down here in Nashville these days, and I play guitar. Especially, I specialize in fingerstyle guitar playing, which is using all my fingers and a thumb pick here. Not always a thumb pick, but usually a thumb pick, to play, finger picking, fingerstyle, and great arrangements by, amazing guitarists such as Mel Travis, Chet Atkins, Jerry Reed, Tommy Emmanuel, Lenny Breau, and people like Paul McCartney of the Beatles. Not that I needed to say he was of the Beatles. He's Paul McCartney in his own right. But anyway, my new course is 92% off. It's a huge sale right now, and I created the course in conjunction with YourGuitarSage. So Eric and his team were just such a pleasure to work with on this course, and I'm really proud of it. I think it turned out so well, and we've had wonderful, wonderful reviews. Everything is in the description below. Play Master of Puppets. I don't know how to play that, but that's funny. That's a Metallica song. I do know that much. He's a little windy and warm. Okay, well, I'm going to switch it up and change instruments. I have this really cool guitar here. It's a 1958 Gretsch. And I just need to make a little adjustment here to my pedal board because it's a unique guitar. It has a stereo output. So I need to use this special stereo cable. And here it is, Cadillac Green, 1958 Country Club. It's a great, great guitar. Listen to that Bigsby squeal. Let me get it in tune here. I haven't played it in a little while. That's my way of knowing if the temperature's dropped or not, if the guitar is flat or sharp. Isn't that funny? I thought he was going to take out a bass. I could do that. I have a bass in the next room. Well, let's see if this is going to make some sound. Not sure I'm getting the top strings. Oh, that's right, I press this. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. It's worth it. Jacob says, can you play The Entertainer? Well, here you go. Good clean fun right there. Joe, do you have a resonator guitar? I do not actually, Robert. I don't have a resonator guitar. I got a t-shirt that says, just one more guitar, honey, on the back of it. So maybe I'll get a resonator guitar one of these days. The thing about living in Nashville is you get spoiled because at every studio you go to, there's just about any guitar you could want. So a lot of the studios have, they'll have vintage Gibsons and vintage Martins, and I usually play my Matins, by the way. But they'll have resonator guitars and, 6-string banjo things, all kinds of different instruments. So I don't have a resonator guitar, but I like resonator guitar. I do have a tip jar, everybody. The link is joerobinson.com/tip jar. And thank you so much to anybody who enjoys the music or enjoys the course and wants to leave a tip. But all the links are in the description to pick up the course. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Leanne says, I've watched Joe for 34 weeks in a row now, and he continues to amaze me. Over on my YouTube channel and on Facebook, I play a weekly live stream concert. So you can follow me on Facebook or subscribe to me on YouTube to see my weekly shows, as well as, I post a lot of videos and whatnot. But don't forget to pick up the course if you haven't already, at 92% off. You won't get a better deal on it than that. And I'm going to close out with a song. And I've really enjoyed being on the channel. Thank you so much to YourGuitarSage. Thank you, Eric and Mike. The team for having me on. It's always a pleasure, and see you all again really soon. We'll be going live again on Tuesday. I'll be over at Eric's studio, and we'll be having a bit of a chat about the course and about guitar playing, and looking forward to that. So come along, and if you have any questions that you think about as you dive into the course over the next few days, you can let me know on that stream. So cheers, everybody, and this will be my final number. It is going to be, what should I play? I think I'll play a little bit of Dot's guitar. This song just might be in another course we have coming soon. Just maybe. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. Take good care out there, everybody. Check out the course link down there. We've got it posted in the chat and in the description also. Brendan asked, did he already announce the giveaway winners? We did. About halfway through this stream, they were announced. And I'm just double checking. But, yep. Congratulations to Joseph, Scott, Caesar, Jerry, Patrick, and Kevin. And take good care, everybody. See you all again soon, I hope. Cheers.